Yo, alright, so what's up, all y'all weed heads? I'm here again, and boy, do I got some stories to tell y'all on this fine day, alright? So, now I've been debating on sharing these ones, but then I thought about it, and then I thought about it some more. Then I said, fuck it. So, today we're gonna be talking about some of the times that I was a little down bad on cash, I guess you could say, or whatnot, and I was skewing up a couple of ways to make a little extra moolah besides just going out and getting a job, because I fucking hate working. And to this day, I'd rather be whipping up dope in my mom's kitchen than be working at another fast food joint. Don't even get me fucking started on that bullshit. But hey, so let's get started into this bullshit though, so we can discuss this today. And I'm gonna be telling some tales of the few times when I got these scenarios that occurred. So first, I want to say that I'm not like that much of a douchebag. Like when I say these were children, these weren't like no for real children. I wasn't sticking up like sixth graders. I'm saying like these kids were all 15, and that I guess they heard that I had the best kush in town or whatever. They heard the word around, and they were only like a year younger than me. So definitely you shouldn't be smoking at that age, anyways. So don't be mad at me. You definitely shouldn't be like me and start smoking in like fifth grade or whatever, anywhere near that shit. Because to be quite simple with my answer, I'm a fucking idiot. And I know that there's probably some kids that will stumble across this video in the future. And yeah, I'm talking to you, dickhead. Put that pipe down and pick up an Xbox controller, fuckhead. But before I start rambling furthermore, let's talk about the first scenario I'm gonna lay out. And so this kid that we're gonna talk about, fucking, I don't know. I'm gonna start using fake names for these little stories when I talk about people, alright? So let's call him Jeffrey. Yo, free thugger, by the way. What he even do? Like shoot at a couple people? That judge probably hasn't even listened to Barter 6. Like, there's so many great albums that man put out. But anyways, this dude named Jeff or whatever I just named him, he had added me on Instagram, and the very first thing he messaged me, he said, "Yo, I heard you sell. Do you have any gas?" So immediately, y'all, I indulged myself in this convo, as your boy does. And he didn't even ask me how much for a zip or anything. He just said to me, "How much can I get for 150?" So a little pro tip for y'all: if you ever trying to find out like a new plug or some shit, just ask if they got a menu or something. Please don't put into action what this kid just did, because as soon as he said that, I knew it was tax season, yo. So I replied and I told him like 10 grams or some low ass number. And but I told him if he got me 200, I would double it up and I would give him 20 G's. So he was happy as hell for a little bit. Like, wait, for real, man? Thank you so much, bro. And if anything, I was just taking money from his parents, to be honest, because people where I stay, they gave their kids ungodly amounts of money, which is probably why there's so many fucking low key drug addicts around. But I never had it like they did, so I hit him back saying that it was no problem and asked him where he was, and he told me that he was staying up at his friend's house, and he told me that I could pull through whenever. So I went and I got up in my whip and I turned on some music and started to make my way down the road because it was only like a 10-12 minute drive, Google said. And I got there and I had to text him asking for the code because this shit was a whole gated community, yo. But that wasn't gonna stop me from making this quick buck, like the fuck. So I parked up a little down the street from the address he had told me to. And keep in mind, I've never seen this kid before, and he was like 5'5" at the most. And I let him in the whip, greeting him. I dapped him up, all that, and asked for the bread. So he handed over these crisp little 2 blue bills. Grabbed him, put him in my pocket, and I just straight dead looked at him and told him to get out of my car. And he was like, "Yo, what do you mean?" Trying to talk to me and shit. And I just said it again: "Get out of my car, bro. Thanks for the money and all that, but you're either gonna leave now, or I'm gonna punch you in your shit and pull you out." So he was like, okay, chill, bro, chill. And as soon as he started walking back to his house he came from, or his friend's house, or whatever the fuck, I just pulled off and got right straight back to my crib. What was that? I mean, he never spoke to me again. He never spoke of me. I mean, no one ever even knew. So the second story I'm going to be speaking on today actually happened like a week after that one that I just talked about. And it was a pretty similar scene in the sense that I guess the guy had gotten my number from a friend of a friend. And turns out I actually knew this kid's older brother, but he was a huge dick to me in middle school, like when I started to transfer over to where the area I'm staying at now. So that might have been a factor on why I did this to him, but it was also because of peer pressure, I guess you could say, because I was trying to look cool in front of this bad little Asian thing I had riding around with me. And I mean, she was there while I was serving that day, and she got to see this whole scenario play out. So that dude that I was talking about started texting me about prices, and he asked me how much for 2 ounces. And I know this guy parents was fucking loaded, yo, like capital L Fortune 500 type shit. So I told him 250 a zip, and he was completely fine with it, yo. And mind you, the stuff that I was selling at the time was straight purple, bro. But still, like some Gengar shit. But like, if you're ever buying off a street plug, not like a dispensary or anything, and they throw out a number anywhere close to that for a zip, you better fucking run. Put on your running shoes, tie them up, and go. You need to get your friends together and hit the fucking lick of a century on that man, bro. Rob him blind, yo. Cause if anyone who ever serves and at least a couple pounds or more at a time, and they're still charging that amount, they deserve to get fucked over. But anyways, fast forward. So I gone to this dog park inside the neighborhood they told me to, and I saw him coming out, and I told this bitch that I was with what was about to go down, and she just sat there and laughed while this little guy came up to me. And by little guy I mean like freshman at high school age. But I rolled down the window a little bit and told him to give me the money, so he slid it through the window like the crack. And when I got my hands on it, I told him that I was gonna count it up, and he was like, "Don't worry, bro, it's all there, it's all there." But I rolled the window back up, and keep in mind, mine are all tinted out, so especially since it was like 11 at night or whenever this was going down, he couldn't see shit. But I grabbed my pistol from under the seat, and I rolled back the window, and I told him straight how I was gonna go down. And after I said that to him, he wasn't getting any weed. I told him that he was gonna back up from my car, and he was gonna go back to his house, and that's exactly just what he did. And this was only like the third time I've ever done anything like that, so my adrenaline was like straight pumping through my veins while I was sitting there with that fucking water 20s in my hand driving away. And that hoe I was with just started giggling, like she said she never seen shit like that. And so we pulled up to this cool little spot. I sparked up some blunts with her, and I mean, the rest is the only part of the story that I'm not gonna speak on unless I make an OnlyFans one day. And if I do, y'all better tap the fuck in, yo. But that's gonna be it for today's video, y'all. I really do appreciate you guys for clicking in on these little shits, because the last couple of videos got like, shit, hold on, let me get some water. But they got like 20 or 30 views or something. And I just started this whole YouTube thing. But y'all be cool how you be cool. And I hope you have a real stony rest of your day. I'm out of here though. Peace, y'all. Oh, yo, and one more little thing. So this little outro song that I'm about to play is it's kind of something near and dear to me, because it was actually made by my homie Xanto. So if you know the name, then you know you know. So if you fuck with it, go rock with him on Instagram or whatever he got popping off on social media. So now I'm peacing out. Peace.
Yeah, ayy, smoking on some pressure that's exotic up inside my body. Tell your bitch to kick it, kicking shit kinda